Why does a simple number bring so many people together?
Pi is infinite, a number that never ends.
Pi is in every equation we use in space. From motion to communication, pi governs the universe.
Pi is in every equation we use in space.
From motion to communication, pi governs the universe.
Even across decades, pi connects Earth to the unknown.
We break signals into simple functions and pi appears. Pi helps us understand the unknown.
Even these tiny droplets are shaped by pi. From space to cells, pi is everywhere.
Pi plays a role in life-saving discoveries.
It's not just a number, it's a language. We were never just learning pi, we were learning how to understand the world.
ツマンおじ今日のニュースを読みます。NBC News. From rocket to cancer research, here's how the number of pi is embedded in our life. As people celebrate Pi Day this March 14, the mathematical constant continues to be part of everyday life for scientists and engineers. By the Associated Press, March 15, 2026. Los Angeles. Math nerds and dessert enthusiasts united to celebrate Pi Day every March 14. The date that represents the first three digits of mathematical constant pi. Representing the ratio of a circle circumference to its diameter, pi is approximately equal to 3.14159, but its digits go on forever. In school, you might have used it to calculate the area of a circle or the volume of a cylinder. But the application of pi's are endless and parts of every corner of our world. The holiday was created in 1988 by Larry Shaw, a physicist at the Exploratorium Science Museum in San Francisco. He had a very open and expansive views of world and saw an opportunity with this number mathematical concept to invite people into the joy of mathematical learning, said Sam Shackland, program director of public programs at the museum, who worked with the show before he died in 2017. While it began as a small step celebration featuring pi, it soon turns into a grand procession where the hundreds of visitors marched around the pi shrine, each carrying a digit. Attendees often showed up early to claim their favorite digit for the parade. One woman who has the symbol tattooed on her neck comes every year and marched near the front with a pi flag, Shackland said. The celebration begins at 1:59 p.m., signifying the next three digits of pi. Here are a few ways pi is being used on the cutting edge of science. Pi in outer space. In Arthur Devoyan's fields of mathematical and aerospace engineering, pi is so fundamental that it'd be hard to pinpoint one use case for it, he said. Pi is part of literally every single formula that you would use to any calculation, like for spacecraft motion, for materials and how they work, or propulsion system, said Devoyan, a professor at the University of California, Los Angeles. Anything that is round or has cyclical or repeating properties, such as radio waves, involved pi. Even squares or irregular blobs can be broken down into a series of progressively smaller circles and calculated using pi, Devoyan said. Devoyan research looks at how to create a new propulsion system to send a spacecraft more quickly to the far reaches of the solar system to gather and send back the information to Earth. He pointed to NASA's Voyage 1 and 2, which launched in 1977 but didn't reach interstellar space until 2012 and 2018. To send a signal to those space probes, NASA must calculate Earth's exact position in orbit around the Sun and design antennas for communication using pi. Then scientists use pi once more when receiving and breaking down the complex signals that are being beamed back to Earth. Say aliens send something to us, something that we don't know how to deal with, Devoyan said. So the very first thing that you do, you try to split into a simple function, and it turns out that when you do this operation, you will naturally have pi's in it. Tiny droplet of pi. Pi also comes up frequently when studying small amounts of fluid. Dino Di Carlo, a chair of the bioengineering department at the UCLA Samueli School of Engineering, conduct research that involved creating little particles out of polymer that act as tiny test tubes for cells. This is used as an important tool to examine cells closely and learn about their functions and what's inside them. The pi constant is used in calculating how to form those droplets, surface tension calculations that define how droplets can break up and how researchers can control the size of those volumes, Di Carlo said. Di Carlo is using this technique to find antibodies, a small protein that fight disease in your body. They could block the signals put up by cancer cells. Pi is also an important part of calculations when looking at how liquid flows through tubes and barriers. One example is when the fluid sample slowly flows sideways in a take-home COVID-19 test. Di Carlo used these properties to devise a new test for Lyme disease that can be completed in 20 minutes, rather than days or weeks like previously. As an engineer and scientist, pi is just a part of life, Di Carlo said. Maybe I've taken it for granted. 以上です。